Hello, welcome to Pajama Gramma podcast with Horne-Ellstrom and the amazing Scarlett
DeBease.
DeBease. It's just like it's spelled, but I'm not great with names, so I hate to meet accent. Well, Scarlett has got a very incredible profession and something I could probably use help with. So I'd like her to introduce herself and tell us about what it is that she does and why she does it.
Okay.
Welcome, Scarlett.
So I'm a wardrobe stylist, but what I do is I create outfits and wardrobes for women, typically over 40, usually over 60, who struggle with trying to figure out what looks good on them. You know, I always say that as we get older, our contents shift, so things aren't quite where they used to be, or there's more of them. So it's harder and harder. So women get really frustrated. You know, they want to wear the clothes they have, but they don't work anymore. Even if they're the same size, the body changes. You know, it stinks, but it changes. So women tend to get very stuck. And so what I love to do is change how they see themselves. And I do that with creating outfits for them that they can like what they see and feel confident. Because that's really, to go out in the world, you have to have some level of confidence to find any satisfaction in your personal or your business life. And it really comes with how we feel and how we look to others. So.
Well, absolutely, because as much as we like to think it doesn't matter, as I sit here in my bathrobe with my messy hair, it does matter. And especially if we're going out in the world and people try not to make a first impression or not judge a book by its cover, but we absolutely positively do. It's human nature. We have to decide what's for us and what's not for us. So, and that, again, with the confidence, that's so great.
And it's true. It matters what people think of us, but the most important person to impress really is ourselves.
Absolutely.
And, you know, they say that when a woman, and men too, but I only work with women, when they feel better about how they look, not in the pajamas, which I wear all the time at home, by the way, but when they go out, you literally stand taller. I mean, you literally grow an inch because, you know, temporarily, because you're standing taller, because you have more confidence. And I always tell people that the wardrobe, what they wear, is really like an expression of who they are, and also if they have their own business, or even if they work for a company, you know, you have to represent the company, otherwise you get called into HR. So a lot of women these days are behind the computer. Hello. And I gotta tell you, when I'm home and I'm not on video, I'm wearing my robe, I'm wearing my pajamas. My husband always says, if your clients could see you now, they'd run. But I'm home. I should be comfortable. But when I go out, I know that, especially with what I do, I have to present a certain image. Otherwise, why would anybody hire me if I don't know what to wear? You know, and then I have interior decorator clients who are brilliant at decorating a home and adding color and accessories, and can, for the life of them, do it for themselves. They just don't seem to have the interest or the ability. And they're losing the opportunity to show creativity and to start a conversation with somebody, you know? So it's important to make yourself feel good.
Absolutely. I know, for example, like when I do get dressed and leave the house, I always get dressed when I leave the house, unless I'm yelling, I feel awesome in the front yard on Mondays. That's kind of my thing. Then I do it in my pajamas because my neighbors already know I'm crazy. But when I go out, like if I'm going to a meeting or to do a consultation or something, I get dressed. But how do you go about deciding? And like, I know I stink at it. My family tells me all the time that I have no fashion sense whatsoever. And I'm an engineer, so I don't expect myself to have any fashion sense. Mm-hmm. But I know when I wear something that I feel good in, like I went to my cousin's wedding and I wore a gorgeous dress. When I do something like that, I know you're right. It makes me taller, and that inch makes a difference when you're only 5'1.5". So I think I need some more of that. So how would you go about helping somebody like me determine what's best for me to wear as I go out to build that confidence and to put the right face on the world? Because we all want to feel better about ourselves and feel good wherever we are.
Right. Well, first of all, I want to just clear up one thing that people assume. If they assume that if you get help knowing what to wear, it means you're changing who you are or dressing like someone that you're not. And that's never what it is. So when I work with somebody, whether it's in person or virtually, I get to meet the person, you know, talk to the person like I'm talking to you, find out their personality, because not every woman is going to be cuffle in satin ruffles. I don't know anybody that is, but or animal prints, or, you know, you have to be yourself. So the first thing I start with, and this is really key, and it's really important with what you pull out of your closet when you go shopping, is to discover what the best colors are on you. Because right then and there, when you go shopping, and we had mentioned privately that 50% of women do not like to shop. It's not true that women like to shop. All my clients hate shopping. I don't work with people who love shopping or are into labels and fashion and all that. Mm-hmm. I work with regular women like us who just want to get it together. And the first way to start is with color, because when you wear a color that is right for you, your eyes literally become whiter, your teeth become whiter looking, your skin becomes clearer looking, smoother looking, and you look healthy. And maybe somebody even asked if you were on vacation, or did you have a good night's sleep? When you wear the wrong colors, and this happens all the time, people might ask you, or talk behind your back, are you okay? You feeling all right? You know, or are you tired? Or how are things going? You know, I always joke when I do presentations that if you work for a company, if you wear the wrong colors for 3 days in a row, when you call in sick, everybody in the office is going to go, she did not look good. I get it. I get it. She didn't look good. No wonder she's out sick. So the colors are really important, because, and only the colors next to your face. So for instance, black is not a great color for everybody, even though we wish it would be. But black can make some women's under eye circles look darker, or the shadows on their face make them look, you know, more sunken. So black is fine on your legs, fine on your feet, fine at your waist, but anything up to your face, whether it's with your jewelry or your top or your jacket or the top of the dress, has to be in a color that's flattering to you. So what you want to look for is when you hold a color up next to your face or put it on, look and see if your eyes sort of sparkle more, if there's more brilliance to them, especially if you have eyes with color. Bring out the green, bring out the brown, bring out the blue in your eyes, the gold in your eyes. Use the colors here in your accessories, scarves, necklaces, earrings, and your top to bring out those colors. That's the first thing to look for. And when you do it, you're going to see the difference immediately. The next thing is look and see if the color you're holding up next to you makes under eye circles look darker. Or a big one is a lot of women wear colors that make their face look rosy, and not rosy like, oh, a nice little blush rosy, but like sunburn, rosacea, veins popping everywhere. These are things we just don't go for. It's not a look we go for. So that's the first thing that I do, and that I would like everybody who is watching, listening to do, is to look at the colors, because that makes a huge difference. And when you narrow down the right colors for you, all your clothes are going to start going together. It's much easier to mix and match instead of having that one thing that you have nothing to go with. Also with shopping, when you know your colors, you're not going to be going through every single item on the rack. You're just going to go right past all those blacks if black's no good for you. White is not a great color for everybody. For some people, it overpowers them. So that's what you want to do. You want to kind of go through your colors, see what happens right here. Then after that, I show a woman details on clothing. So it could be the shape of a neckline. It could be the shape of a hem. It could be where the seams are. If there are certain details at certain parts of the body to help make some parts look bigger, some parts look smaller, which is usually what I'm working on doing. Really, nobody usually wants to look bigger. So
like bigger upper body
and upper body. So if you want more up here, then you have to bring more attention up here. So if someone doesn't have much of a chest, they should wear shirts with pockets.
Oh.
But if you have much of a chest, you don't want to wear the spotlights. You don't want to wear the pockets. So these little things that once you learn them, it's like, oh my God, of course. But until you know them. So when I tell women these things, then they understand why when they put on something, they didn't like it, but they didn't know why they didn't like it. So when you know why, you don't make the same shopping mistake anymore and buy the same things. So I start with those kinds of details. And then what I do is I introduce women to with their own clothes, outfits they didn't know they have. So odds are when you bought, let's say, a pair of pants and a top, you always wear that pants and that top together. But I bet you if there's like 3 other tops in your closet that will go with that pants and a different jacket and a different necklace, and you have an outfit you didn't even know you had. Or you might have a suit, and if it's a good suit, you always wear the jacket with the pants or the skirt, but you actually could wear the jacket with something else or the skirt with something else. So I create more outfits, and people are always surprised because they say, no, I have nothing, but there are at least 10 new outfits in their closet. This is always, period. Nice, yep. And then I provide a shopping list. Either I give it to my client and they can go on their own, or I go shopping with them physically, or I shop for them, online shopping and send them the links. Because, and here's the thing about shopping, that women tend to buy what they already own. So let's say you find a top that fits you, you're so happy you buy it in 5 colors and a couple of prints. And when you do that, you're duplicating the same look. You're not going to be able to make more outfits. And then when one day you find out or something changes on you and that top isn't good anymore on you, you have 5 of them. So the trick is to not keep buying the same thing over and over again. And women are like magnets. We are attracted to what we own. It's like bad relationships, bad food, bad habits, and the wrong clothes. We tend to get to the rack of clothes and get pulled in to buying another black dress or another black top or another black pair of pants. We don't need it. We need new things. Guilty?
I'm so guilty of everything you're saying. It's kind of mind-bogglingly scary. No wonder my family's all over me, because I do that. Ever since college, I would find a pair of pants or a shirt that I liked, and I'd buy it in every color.
Right.
I've done that for 3 decades at least.
And did that actually make you feel like you had more to wear?
Not necessarily, no. It just meant I had a different colored uniform I could wear every day. So I didn't have to think about it very much.
Right. So you're better off having one great pair of pants, preferably one for flats, one for a little bit of a heel, and a whole bunch of tops and a whole bunch of accessories, as opposed to the same pant in 4 different colors. And odds are most women are only going to wear the black pants anyway. If you wear gray pants, you sometimes have the risk of looking like a postal worker.
I never wear gray. I haven't found a shade of gray that I can wear yet. And everybody loves gray, but every time, gray is one of those colors that I've learned just makes me look horrible.
Yeah.
And so I
when the whole 50 Shades of Grey book came out, then all the department stores, the clothing stores, that gray was the color. It's not a flattering color for most women. Almost every closet that I go into, she has tons of gray because it's what was in the store. It's what everybody else was wearing. So women tend to think, well, if it's out there and it's trendy, I guess I should wear it too. And that actually brings up to a point that I don't follow trends. I don't believe in them. I think we all should have our own style and what works for us. And just because thigh-high boots are in does not mean we have to wear thigh-high boots, nor should we.
Well, I don't think over 40 we probably should wear those, but that's just me. But I grew up in the go-go boot era too, so I don't know. I don't know that anybody could have worn those either.
Let me tell you something. My mother brought me up to never look like everybody else. And the one time she really messed that up was she bought me orange go-go boots.
Oh, my.
That was a bad day at school. Bad day.
Mine were white. I didn't even know they made orange ones.
Me either. But she found them.
Well, I love your approach that you work with the individual woman, because one of my philosophies is that you just absolutely positively have to be yourself, no matter what other people think of it. And believe me, I take a lot of heat about this whole pajama Gramma thing, but I do it on purpose because it helps me separate out the people that I do and don't want to work with. But when I go out in public, I don't want to look like the frumpy pajama Gramma. I want to have a much more professional, more polished, more confident look and feel to myself. So that advice about color and things, that is absolutely amazing, because we don't think about things. We just sort of, like in a lot of areas of our life, women especially, we just do what we've always done because we only have so much time to get everything in and get it to survive, I guess. It's more, right. I mean, a lot of decades we've just been surviving, not absolutely able to think about ourselves. So I just love that approach.
It's really important. And also, you mentioned time. The amount of time a woman wastes trying to figure out what to put on and the mess that she makes in her closet or her bedroom is, more than you get to spend more time cleaning it up because you keep pulling things out and trying things on. But if you stick to that approach of having just a few colors that are great for you, they're always going to be in the same kind of a palette. So they're all going to go together. And you're not going to be like staring at your closet, like I called the deer in the headlights look, waiting for something to happen. You can just easily figure out what to put on. And also, I should say that when I work with clients, I send them photographs of the outfits so that they can have that as a reference, because I don't know about you, but I don't even know where my keys are sometimes. So I need a photograph to remember things.
My daughter so needs you. Oh my God. And I'm not like this because, with having the kids and working and everything in corporate America and then having my own businesses, I didn't have time to sit and pick out outfits. So my strategy's always been, all right, what color do I feel like today? And I'm one of those, I've got a terrible rainbow closet because my first job out of college was working for Procter & Gamble. And you either wore navy blue suit or you wore a black suit. And you wore a white shirt and a red tie of some sort, bow tie, or if you were fancying it up. Otherwise, it was blue and white or black and white. So for years, my closet was black and white and blue and white. And that was the entire closet. And I got sick of that. So when I left that role, I went psycho rainbow. And so my closet is like a rainbow mess. And that's why, okay, what color do I feel like today? And then I would only pick from that color. It's my same theory for the nail salon. You go in there and they've got, thousands of colors. So I just pick a number before I go in, or I just pick a color and then I have to pick in that color family.
Right.
Probably should have colors that look good on me. That should probably be the place to start.
Your nails are the right place to have fun with the color.
Oh, I totally
Shoes, handbags, even, a little bit with some accessories, like, but really, near the face, it really should be the best colors. But you want to stick with more neutrals, basic colors, and then add some fun, like I said, with accessories and occasionally with a printed top. Mm-hmm. But you don't want to go too crazy with the colors because you're gonna spend money on things, on pieces, and not be able to have a wardrobe.
Right.
And the other thing is that women, there are many women who have packed closets and say they have nothing to wear. I have actually very few clothes because I mix and match a lot. But if you have fewer clothes, but in your right colors and the right fit, you're going to have more outfits than the woman who has a jam-packed closet and can't even find anything in it or doesn't even like what she has.
That is really stellar advice because I've got that jam-packed more than one closet and I have nothing to wear. I wear the same things because I find that I wear the same 10 or 20 items all the time. And I wash them and I wear them every week because they're the ones I feel best and most comfortable in. So they're the outfits I go for over and over and over again. So that's really fascinating.
Right. There's a statistic that women wear, let me see if I can get this right, 20% of their closet, 80% of the time. So if you get rid of all that other stuff, you could actually improve your percentages and wear like 90% of what you own. Yeah. It's good to weed out a little bit and also look at what you have in the sense that, well, if it's I don't care if it's old because old doesn't mean you can't wear it again. I only care if it looks obviously like it could be in a 1980s sitcom wardrobe, then it's not good. If it is something that is 4 sizes too small because that's what you used to be, what are the odds? If anything, make your main closet just be those items you wear all the time, and then that way you can easily make more outfits with that and wear more of the pieces, and then have some fun with the accessories. But try to get out the stuff that, women have, clothing in their closet that they haven't worn in 20 years. So why are you looking at it? Because if you're reminding yourself that you're not that size anymore, you're kind of messing up your ego, your self-confidence.
Absolutely. That is really good advice. And I'm in the process of moving, so that's even better advice because I know I need to get rid of just a ton of stuff. I actually set a goal, 90% of everything I own right now has to go because I don't use 90% of it. So why am I hanging on to it? And then I got divorced a while ago. So I'm going to go, I'm just going to get new stuff that actually suits me, not
Right.
what suited me raising a family. And those are
Right.
entirely different things. What suits
And you have a whole new career. And so, you know, you're not going to wear pajamas going out, but when you do go out and network, you don't want to have to think about this. You want to think about your message.
Exactly.
You know? And also, I love accessories for a way to start conversations with people. So when you go out, whether it's the deli counter in the supermarket or it's a networking event or a party, you know, people love to like compliment a necklace or earrings, and it's a great way to kind of get a conversation going, you know?
So true, because the first thing I noticed about you was your beautiful necklace today. And your beautiful smile, but that's usually I notice people's eyes first, but it definitely draws your attention. So that's very true.
My husband bought this for me, believe it or not, in Madagascar.
Okay, that makes it even cooler.
For maybe $10.
I have an animal carved one. My aunt and uncle went to Africa and they went on a safari, so they brought me back this wood carved necklace with all different animals on it. I love wearing that because it's got such a fun story behind it. So that's amazing. And we need those conversation starters for networking and things.
Right.
So love your process, love everything you do. How can people that are listening get in touch with you and take advantage of your amazing skills for all those like me that hate shopping? And have no idea what to wear?
And you're not alone with the shopping, so don't feel anymore that you're like some strange person.
I was super excited and de-stressed to hear that, because I always thought I was kind of a freak because I hated shopping in my family. I'm like, thank goodness my sisters and mom would take my daughter because she feels like she missed out. However, she's one of those disaster, I don't know what to wear people.
Yeah.
I'm going to make her listen to this but she's got, oh my gosh, she's got this beautiful chestnut hair and like copper colored eyes. There's certain colors that she wears, like if she wears greens and olives, just incredible. So still enjoy listening to this.
Yep.
Closet thing.
Well, first of all, I have my website, which is Scarlett with 2 T's, image.com. And that's the same way you can find me on Facebook. You can find me on LinkedIn, on Instagram, Twitter, but I prefer Facebook and Instagram. But really, Facebook is the best thing. My website, if you go to my website, scarlettimage.com, on the top menu it says Start Here. And there are going to be a few things you can get for free that will give you the tips to help you how to dress to look 5 or more pounds thinner.
Nice.
Very popular. And some other tips.
Always.
No one's ever come to me and asked me to make them look 5 or 10 pounds heavier.
Well, I've got a mother-in-law or an ex-mother-in-law who could use, she could definitely use some looking heavier. But there aren't very many people like that.
All you have to do basically is reverse the tips.
Oh, good to know.
That's it. So anyway, so then you go to scarlettimage.com, Start Here, and there you can see a whole bunch of free resources, and that's a great way to get going. If anybody wants to ask me any questions or talk to me, they can just go to contact, and there I am. But basically, it's Scarlett Image everywhere. So that's how you find me.
I love that, because some of us aren't that consistent. And that's why some of us have closets that are chaotic and ridiculous as well. Scarlett, thank you so much. This was so helpful for me personally, and I'm sure all of our listeners as well. And I think I mentioned to you that I am doing a women's summit. So I'm probably going to hit you up to have you be a part of that if you're interested, because I think this is things that women need to know. I think the focus of the summit, I'm actually doing the details on it right now, but I think it's going to be the number one thing everybody talks about, men or women, and women echoed it as well, as I've been doing some research and canvassing and asking people, because I'm an 80-20 gal too, the old engineer and statistics in me. And it's, I need more clients, I need more customers, I need more sales, I need more business. Well, what better way than to be presenting yourself in the best light possible and attracting people to you? And that's why I think what you do is so important and will be so beneficial there. And
you have to get out from behind the computer to grow business. You have to. Absolutely. And I actually had one client who was starting a business, and she was being asked to speak, and she kept saying no because she was terrified about how she would look in front of people. And when she hired me, her business coach told her to hire me because she realized she was ruining her business because she was afraid to represent it. So now, forget it. She's a monster.
That is fantastic.
But the fear of getting out there, you got to get rid of that, because you can't grow a business if you have that.
Right. It's kind of like the fear of doing videos and Facebook Lives and things. A year ago, I was scared to death to get on video. And so part of why I did Pajama Gramma was because it helped me to overcome that fear, because I think that a lot of us are afraid other people are going to judge us. Well, they're going to judge us anyway. But I figured now people can judge me for the pajamas and ridicule me about that. It doesn't hurt my feelings one bit. But if they're saying, oh, you're an ugly, awful person, that still hurts my feelings.
Right.
So,
and that doesn't matter. Yeah, and that can happen no matter what you're wearing. So
it totally does. It totally does. But we have to realize and remember that when people do that, it's about them. It's not about us. It's never about us. And that's what helps you get through that. But yes, super duper amazingly helpful and wonderful. Thank you so much for taking time with us this morning, and we will be chatting soon.
Okay, my pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you. Take care.
Bye.